I'm the Disc Golf Guy, and this is another exciting announcement for the 2015 season. I'm joined here by Uncle Joe Weinshel, PDGA number
4907.
4907. Uncle Joe in Wisconsin and beyond is known as, we'll say, one of the godfathers of disc golf. You've been running tournaments forever. You've been playing forever. You worked with DGA for a while with Steady Ed Hedrick. And
I might be old, but I've seen all the good bands.
Yes, you have. Uncle Joe, you've been hosting the Ice Bowl, and it in some variation as a winter tournament in the Milwaukee area for what will be now its 28th year. Talk a little bit about it. You're going to go into your 28th year here in February of 2015. Talk about what this event has done and what it's meant to you and your good buddy Tom.
It is a really interesting event. We started, I believe, in 1987 at Brown Deer Park, where I think our first year or two we'd have maybe 10 total teams. I'd sign them up in my car with the heat going, roll down the window, they'd give me the money, we'd write them on a piece of paper, and then we'd take off. As it got more popular, we decided to have a custom Ice Bowl disc made, and I remember the first stamp we did, I asked Tom, could you make a stamp for me? And he goes, yeah, sure, when do you need it? I said, well, I'll be right over to your house. Maybe we could get it tonight. And he did something on a cocktail napkin, and it came out really nice. And then, as we did it year after year, more and more people came, maybe because of the unusual, playing conditions in the snow and the cold and the no wimps, no whiners, no crybabies thing. Then we moved to Jessica Park from Brown Deer, and Tom started offering custom-made pull hole baskets that he made, exquisite, one-of-a-kind baskets. So it turned out to be a handful of people, then became two one-day events where the pro team is playing on one day, amateurs playing on another. Very quickly we sold out, and it just got a kind of like a life of its own, and it's taken off from there. We attracted top name players from around the country for several years who came and wanted to be part of this event, and now we sold out every year. If you snooze, you lose.
Absolutely. Some of the top names, and I now, this year when I compete, will be my 20th consecutive year. The first time I ever came down here, me and 3 other buddies from high school piled in and came down here, and we actually got in a car accident in a huge blizzard. Got in a car accident 2 hours away where we were from in Appleton, and as soon as we got out of the ditch, we got back in the car, and then we traveled the rest of the way to get down here. And like I said, that was 1996, and I've played every event since then. So that was number 8, and here we are moving into year number 28. And I remember the likes of Dave Greenwell had visited down here, or up here I should say, in the Milwaukee area. And Steady Ed Hedrick has been here a number of times. I remember talking and meeting with Steady Ed back then, and Mace Man from Texas was crazy enough to come up out of the Texas weather to experience the Wisconsin weather. So it's attracted big names, and I'll say for many years winning this tournament, which Barry Schultz was a frequent player as well, and Todd Branches and Al Sugar Shacks.
Right.
Winning this tournament was really like winning an A-tier. I mean, you had some of the best players in the country coming to play in this event, which was always in January or February. It's really, like you said, had a life of its own. What can you name a highlight?
I can. I remember Steady Ed coming, and he teamed with Duster Don Hoffman years ago, maybe 1999 or 2000. He walked off the course, just quit in the middle of a round, and jumped on they had a Special Olympics kind of thing in the parking lot that year. He jumped on a hayride and just disappeared for the rest of the day. Don kind of like quit the tournament, but Steady Ed just hung out with Special Olympic kids, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah, PDGA 1455 is Duster Don, again another grandfather and really a pioneer in Wisconsin disc golf. I know you've worked with him quite a bit and a lot of different things. He's been here for a number of those events. 28 years, you've seen 3 different courses that it's been at. You've seen 2 or 3 different venues that it's been hosted at. It's a long day of playing. Now we're out at Dretska Park. For the last handful of years, that's 27 holes that are played on the winter course, which is set up really primarily even for this event. 27 holes in the morning, which is best shot. 27 holes in the afternoon, which is alternate shot. It's a long day of golf, and you put a lot of work in. And speaking to Tom Holsten of Bendability, who's made some of the nicest baskets and some of the nicest hot stamps that have ever been in disc golf, well, it's been a labor of love. Pretty crazy one for you guys.
I think you hit the nail on the head with that. It has been a labor of love and a lot of passion over the years, where we've got the total package for this tournament as far as what the players can win. I think after the competition is over, the last thing we do is raffle off his 2 baskets. He makes one for each day. And that's almost the highlight.
They're amazing. I think I got one of those.
Did you?
I did, and
I think you've won the tournament too, haven't you?
I think I have.
Yes, you know.
I think I have in a couple of the different divisions coming up throughout the years, and like I said, it's pretty amazing. And speaking to a couple things, I mean, I think of winning that basket, I was joyous, and then some that given year, and I lifted it above my head and almost fell off the stage. That was a highlight for me. And a couple years ago now, we've also been doing the Hall of Fame inductions, some Hall of Fame inductions there, and that was also a career highlight for me. It's been an amazing place and an amazing event.
It has, and I think what really warms my heart is when an amateur player comes up and goes, "This is my first tournament ever. Me and my partner, we really stink. We're horrible. We're going to probably come in last." And then they thank you for having like the best time of their life. It really makes your heart feel good and kind of reinforces you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, there's, like you're saying, with more than 100 people that can compete on Saturday, mostly the pros, pro divisions, and then more than 100 people that can compete on Sunday. It's just the madness. All these people, you know, we've seen a lot of different weather, from sleet and snow and rain and
right.
to really nice weather. It's really been everywhere throughout all these years. So you never know what you're going to get in Wisconsin. For a number of years it was January, and then it got pushed back into February, and you're looking at Valentine's weekend this year. Did you plan that on?
We are this year. This year it's the weekend after the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Super Bowl is the first Sunday. I think it's the 1st of February.
Okay.
And we're like the 7th and 8th.
Oh, okay. Then I may have been confused. Yes, I think you're right, actually. Okay, yes. So the 7th and 8th, not the weekend of Valentine's this year.
I remember a couple years ago, we were early February. The week before the event, it rained and all the snow melted.
Yep.
And we were thinking, oh my God, it's going to be all muddy and stuff. And then a couple of days before, I think maybe Thursday, it just snowed and got cold.
Yeah. Well,
so we've been blessed with good or bad or whatever kind of weather imaginable over the years, and the players just have a great time.
They can't get enough of it, yeah.
They really can't. And I'm grateful we've lasted this long, that it's been an institution here in Wisconsin. I look forward to maintaining the tournament, although we're dropping out, and we'll support whoever wants to grab a ball and run with it. And I think it's got a great future.
Well, again, obviously I have a lot of cherished memories. It's definitely an event that so many people around the state and throughout the Midwest, they genuinely look forward to freezing and freezing themselves and coming and playing some doubles action at a great course in the Milwaukee area. It's been truly amazing, and if I have your blessing, I would be more than honored to kind of have you pass the baton. I've been there as a vendor, I've been there as a player, and there's some huge shoes to fill. You guys have really set the stage for 28 years. But if I have your blessing, I would be more than honored to take the reins over.
That would just be cool, man. We'd be grateful for you to do that. We'd help you out as long as we can stay in the rear with the gear.
Well, absolutely. It would be an honor, and like I said, this has been an event that's been very close to me. By the end of 2015, I'll probably have played in 20 Worlds, and I've probably will have played in 20 Ice Bowls, and it's just been it's been amazing. So
you've got quite a resume going there, buddy.
Yeah, if I could only do better at both of them, but it doesn't matter. It's an amazing tradition, and I'd love to see it carry on for another 70 or 80 years, as long as I'm alive.
I think the real trick, the success of the tournament, it's totally for the players, making the players happy. And the amateur players are a little easier to please than the pro guys. But still, I think the purses are pretty significant. It's almost an A-tier cash purse event.
Yeah, it's been huge throughout the years, and we're seeing more and more events getting more and more competitive, and having this one on your resume in any capacity, playing is exciting, winning is even that much bigger with the talent that's been out here. We got a lot of guys, some guys that come over from Minnesota frequently, some guys that come up from Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Michigan. Really, people come from all of those different places to compete in this event. And like I said, it's created a legacy, and I look forward to doing everything I can to keep it going.
Right on, man.
All right, pal.
That's awesome.
All right. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is Uncle Joe Weinshel. Him, along with his good buddy Tom Holsten, have created history here in Wisconsin, and I've been very privileged to just be there as a competitor and as a vendor. And starting in 2016. It looks like I'm going to have a whole lot more on my plate with it, and I look forward to it. So there again, Uncle Joe Weinshel, Terry Miller, the Disc Golf Guy, and we invite you to come check out their last hurrah as tournament directors in February of 2015. Come check out the Ice Bowl.